J. Cole's had one of the weirdest careers in hip hop because no matter how consistent he's been, the slander just never seems to stop. And what's wild is this didn't really start with the apology, because apology just really made people more louder to the already prevalent slander. For years it was he's boring, then it turned to nah, he's fake deep, and then all of a sudden it was nah, he's just flat out cringe. And now we're acting like J. Cole isn't even allowed to sing in his music. He's not allowed to brag in his music. He's not allowed to say he's one of the best rappers alive. And I'll be honest, I didn't even agree with the apology at first. I felt like it was kind of like the opposite of what we want from hip hop. But with time, I realized, honestly, it was probably the smartest decision he could have ever made in his entire career. And the problem is, the internet didn't really see it as maturity. They really saw it as like weakness, that he's scared of Kendrick. He just doesn't want to engage with the GOAT and yada, yada, yada. And ever since then, J. Cole hasn't just been criticized, he's just been absolutely disqualified from the conversation. Here's the part that people keep on losing. J. Cole was actually heating up before this. He was confident, he was boasting, and he was clearly in that best rapper alive mode. No one had a problem with it until it got real. Cole wasn't ducking smoke. He wanted competition, but not that kind. And this is where context matters. Because what J. Cole wanted was a lyrical fade, a lyrical exhibition, bars for bars, pen versus pen, a display between him, Kendrick, and Drake. Who is the best pen in the game? That's not what that Drake-Kendrick beef was. Wives were being called out their name. Families were being disrespected. I mean, you listen to the Meet the Gram song. That was not something that should even be addressed ever again in hip hop. The way he absolutely broke Drake's family down. That was not what J. Cole wanted. And though we don't want to admit it, J. Cole did what he knew was right. He made the decision that we didn't understand at the time, but would agree with soon enough. And this is where the credibility gap shows. A lot of the harshest criticism toward Cole came from people demanding accountability, saying he lost integrity, saying he folded, saying he betrayed the principles of hip hop. But here's the question. Where was the same accountability when someone like Kendrick collaborated with Playboi Carti, an artist widely known for serious accusations involving abandoning his child and the allegations of domestic abuse? Two things that Kendrick has repeatedly said he stands against. And yet, no outrage, only two or so think pieces, and no moral reckoning. Silence. And this isn't about attacking Kendrick. It's about pointing out the selective morality. If an apology is enough to question Cole's character, then the real world behavior should at least spark a conversation. But it didn't. Because accountability only mattered when it was convenient. Even after the fall off, nothing changed. Same jokes, same slander, same narratives. Because once the internet decides you're corny, quality doesn't even matter anymore. Only silence does. And Cole doesn't disappear. He just keeps working. Cole didn't fall off. He didn't lose his pen. He's not a mid-rapper or whatever people like to say about him. He backed away from turning hip-hop into something he didn't believe in. And culture that remains chaotic, choosing restraint looks like weakness. But maybe that says more about the culture than it does about J. Cole.